Hi. So, ever since I was really young, like 10 years old, I've always been obsessed with remembering what my past life self was trying to tell me in this life. I felt very strongly that there was a message pushing through, and just young Lana didn't really think much about it other than, like, I wonder what the message is. There has to be a message. I felt so strongly that my past life really wanted me right now to know something. And as I got older and went through all my astral travels and got really deep into spirituality and the search for truth, I could see more clearly why I had those desires, because my current self right now is really determined to bring forth the wisdom that I have gained in this lifetime to the next life. Mostly right now, obviously, through my astral self. Just the act of remembering is a constant goal for me every day. So I must have been practicing a lot in a past life to just be able to astral travel so easily in this life. So the karmic cycle of remembering is not new to me, and that's why it is perpetuated in this life. And I'm sorry, it's hot here, so the cicadas are loud, but I even made memory games as a kid. I had this game I came up with, how long can Lana remember? And I just came up with a random word, the word cup, and I constantly repeated it to myself in my head. Cup, 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 cup. And it was a game to me to see how long I could remember it. And I fantasized, like, I'm going to remember this word for the rest of my life, for years. And I would go a few weeks and just not remember to remember the word at all. And then I would just remember, it's like, oh yeah, I remember it, cup, 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 cup. And I would just play this game with myself. And a decade and a half later, I find out that that was actually a meditation technique that I had made up. It wasn't brand new, but I had remembered how to do a mantra meditation. So that's what my child self actually devised. It wasn't really about the meaning of the word cup. It was about the ability to remember a mantra, to remember something over and over again. So I'm understanding more about what my child self was trying to achieve. And I was obsessed with remembering. And now that I'm older, my thoughts lie in, how can I pass a message onto my future self in the next life? And I had a thought like, well, the internet exists, and the internet is amazing because it's like a collective digital consciousness where we can all share our thoughts and memories. It's like the closest thing to being able to read each other's thoughts, and like a digital telepathy, the closest thing we can get to it. So why don't I just share my voice? And those are the thoughts that were behind starting this YouTube channel. It's like, okay, well, maybe through technology and the internet, I'm going to talk to my future self, and I'm going to talk to my past self. And I just fantasize about my messages going through to the young version of Lana, who really desperately needed to know what the heck was going on with her growing up. And if my voice can comfort one person out in this universe, then maybe that person is going to comfort another person and another person and another person. And soon, maybe my future self in my future life is going to be attracted to that city where they can meet this person that's been comforted through time by all these people that have listened to this message and thus have been able to spread the truth and the lineage of my experience down to the next version of myself. Yeah, so that's my fantasy. And I'm like, okay, well, it could happen or not, but if I don't say something and record my voice out into the universe, then it will never happen. So this is my message to my future and past self. So what's the message? If you feel like you are different, if you feel like you are right, if you feel like you know something that cannot be said, that the mask cannot say, but you feel it very strongly, then it is your truth and you need to follow it. If you are following someone else's path, then that is a false path. The truth is written into your heart. Your path, who you are supposed to be, is written into your heart. And no matter the label or the expectations of those around you, no matter what they say is right, your heart knows, because what's right for others is not the same as what's right for you. You can follow on someone else's path, but your heart will know whether it's the right one for you or not. And that's what free will is. You know, it allows you to travel any path you want, but your heart will either close up or it will blossom and blossom and blossom and blossom. And my first 30 years on this life, my heart was very closed, but who's to say that my soul didn't choose it? Because all the mistakes and all the suffering, all the burdens that I have overcome have allowed me to open my eyes up to who I'm supposed to be. So I'm not saying don't avoid suffering, but really follow your own voice, follow your heart. It's okay if you feel different. It's okay if you feel alone. Sink into that aloneness, bathe in that aloneness, because that's where you'll find who you really are. Don't ever stop questioning. Even if it's right for someone else, it may be different for you. You have to feel right with your heart, your soul, and when you're on the right path, things won't feel like you're going upstream. The truth is, when you're on the right path, things go downstream and the universe just aligns. And follow that feeling of synchronicity, follow that feeling of pursuing the love, the joy, the freedom, and keep working. It's a lie, you know, the secret is a lie, because they just tell you that you can manifest without working. You're a human, you were born with legs and hands and an awesome, miraculous, intelligent body. You know, manifestation works with the body. So work hard, dream freely, and really trust yourself, even in the midst of when everyone else around you tells you that you're wrong. Trust yourself. And if things are happening to you and no one else can tell you what it is, it doesn't mean you're crazy, because, you know, sheep are in mass, and you just got to trust what you're experiencing. Because even if you're experiencing something and no one else is experiencing, it could be a bad thing, but you're experiencing it, and that's truth. So you got to figure out what's going on with you and just keep searching. And I want to let you know that I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for coming across this message, listening to it, being open to it. And yeah, only you can be you. There's only you that are, it's only you that's peering out of your eyes and can make a decision. No one else can be you, and that is so special. No one else can be you. That is so special. You are the most important person peering out of those eyes right now. You are the only one. And you are powerful and you can do anything. So you must follow what your desires are. Thank you.